trash girls. Marry me, a white trash girl. White trash girl. White trash girl. White trash girls all around me. Every Friday night I go out on a hunt. Give me some of that white trash fun. Other places where we can find them. At the end of the night we'll be behind the white trash girls. White trash girls. How I love those white trash girls. White trash girls. White trash girls. White trash girls dance on my neck.
Alright, what's up everybody? It's the local Brew Show. We do it every Monday night. This is where the place where you're going to hear all kinds of music of every genre, and it's all local, lesser known, from all over the world. We got quite a mix tonight. We've got some 3-day meat sales with Faded Black, Fighting Jimmy Hoffa, Ivy Garden, Higher Empathy Movement, Otis, Doppelganger, Zebulon, X Factor 1. You just heard a little bit of Wags Metal Inc. and Active Violence. All kinds of good stuff, and it's just a total mix of like rock, pop, rap, country in there a little bit, all kinds of stuff. Plus, right now in the studio I've got a kick-ass band that a lot of you haven't heard of yet, but you will tonight. They're ClosedForRepairs. Say hi, guys.
Hey. Hello.
Are you gonna be like that again? Yeah, we got three of them and a silent one here, but I think we'll get her to talking. All right, we're gonna get started with the interview here. Let's have you guys start by introducing yourselves, and then let's tell us a little bit of what part you play in the band.
Alright, I'm Josh Decker. I'm lead vocals and guitar.
I'm Emma Peters and I play bass.
Okay.
I'm Tyler and I play drums.
I'm Alex and I play guitar.
Okay. Handed the spokesperson there. All right. Take us to the beginning. How did ClosedForRepairs come together, and what was the reason to do so?
ClosedForRepairs, we started off as, this story goes way back.
Okay.
I was originally in a band called The Flips, and oh man, so many good stories about that to tell you later. And they were in a band called The Throwbacks, and ClosedForRepairs wasn't doing so hot, so we broke up.
You mean the Flips?
Or The Flips, sorry. The Flips, ClosedForRepairs is doing fine. The Flips broke up, and I had met Alex at one point. We were Facebook friends, and I saw at one point that he posted something about looking for a singer. This was in December or January of, well, the past year. And I was like, what the heck, I'll try. So I sent him a message. I was like, I'm looking for a band. If you want to do this, I'm in. And so we basically, that's how ClosedForRepairs kind of got together for the first time.
Okay. Anybody else want to add to that?
Yeah, like Josh said, it's pretty funny. Literally, the Throwbacks, it just kind of faded away really fast in December. I don't really know what happened. A little bit of tension just kind of got to the best of us, and we just kind of split apart or whatever. And I was kind of bummed out. I didn't really want to stop being in a band, so I asked Tyler if he wanted to do another band project thing, sort of. And so it came to be that we needed a new singer. And literally, like Josh said, I posted on Facebook, and within like 5 minutes, you know, I said, hey, does anybody want to be a singer? And then just like that, he posted on there, sure, I'd like to try out. And, you know, just first try, you know, we already got a great singer and stuff. So we met him for the first, well, I guess apparently I had met him before, but I honestly don't remember that.
Wow, that's great.
I honestly don't, I'm sorry. But anyway, my first actual remembrance of him at our first practice, and then we kept Emma on bass because she was in our last band, and so we figured we'll just keep her around, you know, there's no point in finding. Not like it's supposed to sound like me like that, but she's a really good bass player too, don't get me wrong.
Solid bass player.
She's a very solid bass player. She's really easy to work with. But yeah, that's basically how ClosedForRepairs started, and we didn't want to keep any ties to the names or anything. We just kind of started fresh, started brand new songs. I think our sounds changed a little bit from our previous bands, but I think it's all for the best.
Okay. Who came up with the name for the band, and what was the reason for that?
Honestly, I was just, I don't know, I was watching TV or something, and I was like, oh, this sounds like a cool, and I saw something this ClosedForRepairs on the news or something. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So, yeah, I was just like, hey, Alex, what do you think about this name? And I don't think he even liked it really that much at first.
Yeah, I don't know if they did at first.
And, I don't know, I think it's pretty cool.
It's pretty
I guess every time a bar tries to put us up on the marquee, it says ClosedForRepairs. So like no one comes.
So we're just gonna see if our band.
Right.
Okay. Now you guys and girl all come from the Academy of Rock. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. Can you tell us a bit about the AOR and what it does for kids and what it's done for you?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Alright, when I first got in the Academy of Rock, I honestly thought it was going to be like a classroom sort of thing. You know, I had a few friends that started doing it, and I guess I was just kind of curious. I've never actually taken a formal guitar lesson in my whole life. I taught myself by books and stuff. So I figured, you know, learning hands-on from some instructors would be really cool. So I wanted to try out this Academy of Rock thing. And since I started there, funny story, I was supposed to be in Josh's old band, and I didn't even know, I don't want to know if I want to say I was supposed to replace Josh, but there was no singer in the band anymore, according to them. And so I showed up to a few practices, and nothing worked out, and they eventually just quit showing up. So I go there by myself, and I actually had one instructor, and he started showing me ska music, out of all things, and it was quite a different direction, but, you know, it was fun, and it was a different approach and stuff. So I held on in there. I was a little bummed that I didn't have a band to do anything with, but, you know, I stuck through it, and then came the next semester, we started up what was originally Alter Ego before the Throwbacks, and we just started up in an original band. And since then, the instructors, they've really done a great job at helping us get ready to play these shows, and how to get like live experience, you know, with each shows, how to book shows, and how to be a band. And even at one point, we had our instructor do some counseling for us. We were kind of fighting a little bit, and he took us out each into the hall and asked us what's wrong, and, you know, we settled our dispute. And so I'd say Academy's done a lot of great things for us.
I don't really know. I guess it's just mainly good for us because we don't have to book our own shows. And I guess it's a good way for us to get our name out there for free. If nothing else, I mean, actually, before I joined this band, I had been playing drums like maybe a week. I had just got my first drum set, and I came to AOR and I was doing some stuff wrong, and they kind of helped me out. So I guess that was pretty cool.
Yeah, back to the thing he said about, I found out about that. They were auditioning a new singer when I was still in the band, and I just found out about this like 2 weeks ago. Nothing sucks worse than finding out your old band was cheating on you. I'm just gonna say that now.
Well, I got into AOR. I actually played the cello at school since like 4th grade. And then a couple of years ago I got into the Academy of Rock because my dad's friend suggested it. He's like, you know in School of Rock how they have the girl who plays the cello, they put her on bass? You can do that. So that's what I did.
That's a pretty cool movie too, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Jack Black's great. I love Jack Black.
Okay, musically speaking, and we've already kind of touched on this with you two, but musically speaking, did any of you guys have any experience before the AOR with playing instruments?
I'd been playing piano since I was like 5 years old, and then I started guitar when I was like 8, just because I thought guitar was cooler. And I formed my first band when I was like 10, ended up us just learning the intro to Smoke on the Water and just screwing around the whole time. So yeah, I haven't been a legit band until I was like 13.
Okay.
With me, it was about middle school. I was kind of, well, in so many words, I was really tired of playing air guitar. I guess that is embarrassing as it is to say. Yeah.
I do that once in a while in the air too. Yeah.
But actually, out of all things, my cousin started playing guitar, and he really influenced me, and I was like, hey man, I want to play guitar too. And of course, you know, we kind of traded off, because all before that, all I did was skateboard, you know. Now he's a skateboarder and I'm the guitar player, but you know. So then of course I wanted to get one, and so I remember going in to get my first guitar, and it was, I wanted it because it had 4 knobs, and that's all I knew about it. Like, you know, I figured 4 knobs, it's cool or something. But literally, when I started playing, I had nobody taught me how to do anything. I was taught how to read guitar tabs, and here you go. And so I wasn't even told you're supposed to tune the guitar for a couple months. So can you imagine what my mom went through? So here I am trying to play Crazy Train, and it just does not sound right. And I'm doing the tabs right, and I'm frustrated, and I don't understand. I have no idea what kept me trying to do that. But once I tuned the guitar, I was like, wow, this is amazing. And so honestly, just every day, I play for anywhere from 30 minutes to 4 hours. You know, I just play because I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And so then further on, you know, I kind of had some like fake bands. You know, we called ourselves a band. We had a bassist that we never met. You know, sort of thing. And we did a Sweet Emotion like one time, and we broke up or whatever. And then I did what's called like Unstrung Heroes after school. We did like basic folk songs or whatever. It was okay. You know, it taught me to appreciate more like the structure of how to play guitar instead of, you know, everybody wants to do solos really quick, but you gotta learn the basics first. But then I eventually did jazz band, and I couldn't read the music, so I eventually got kicked out of that kinda, and I still don't know how to read music. And then started up Alter Ego, which then became the Throwbacks, and then now ClosedForRepairs.
Okay.
I was in the band at school, but I never really played drums or anything. Played like trumpet and cheesy stuff like that. And I actually had been like doing the same thing, like just playing air guitar, and it was kind of cool. And I actually was going to play keyboard and not drums, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is kind of nerdy. So then I switched to drums. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. But like I said, I'd only been playing maybe like 3 weeks before I ever played live on stage. It's kind of nerve-wracking.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Okay. Did you have anything else to add to that, Emma?
Well, when I was little, I took like piano lessons for a few years, and then I just stopped doing that until, like I said, I started playing the cello through my school, and yeah, it just progressed from piano to cello to bass.
Okay. All right. Who writes the songs for the band, and where do you find the inspiration to do so?
Alex usually comes in with like a riff or something, and we'll bounce back a few ideas, bounce ideas back and forth until we get like a full song going. I usually write the lyrics. Tyler's come up with the theme of a lot of our songs, like Meadow, Rave, that was his idea, and Bruce, that was good. And so yeah, I guess it's kind of like everyone has a little part in the whole songwriting process. It's not like one person writes the whole song, and there's always something we can add to it when we bring it into a group setting.
Okay.
Like Josh said, there's been a few instances where I'll tend to like write the guitar parts mostly for the song or whatever, or mainly my part. You know, occasionally I try to write Josh's part, but then at that point he wants to move around the mic, and so I'm like, all right, you know, you go do your thing and stuff. But usually I'll just sit around my room, and you know, I consider it like some days I have good days, and other days I'm just frustrated. I have nothing. So what I'll do is every day, if I have like a cool riff or something like that, you know, I'll record it on my iPod, like the voice memos thing, you know, save it for later. If I go back to it, I always have it and stuff. But in all reality, like the stuff that I write, some of the best stuff is just within 30 seconds of thinking. It's just in the moment kind of thing. And then, you know, I'm lucky enough to like capture it, and like I don't ever realize that's gonna be cool, and eventually it does. Then of course there's some songs where, you know, like I don't think it's going anywhere, but you know, the rest of the band keeps insisting that it goes somewhere. You know, I'm like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Well, then eventually, you know, with Josh's, you know, with his ideas, it becomes something super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, a lot of times Josh will come in with just like the coolest song ever, you know, and I'm like, wow, that's already cool, and I just really want to play lead on it, you know, and it's already a great song and stuff. Like with Meadow Rave, you know, he had this riff and stuff, and I was like, how in the world am I gonna ever add on to that? But you know, that song we worked out like really hard, and it ended up being something I have no idea how we created. But then also again, like you said, you know, none of us like write each other's parts and stuff. It's kind of like it usually starts off with guitar, then you know, drums and lyrics are added on along with bass, all kind of at the same time during practice. There's nobody that really is just like the songwriter in the band.
Yes. I guess I just kind of play the drums, and I try to write lyrics, but they're pretty stupid most of the time. So I mean, Josh does what he does with them. Yeah, I don't know. Just basically.
Just kind of agree and go with the flow.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, just the drummer. It's just a piecemeal of everyone's ideas, and I think that's good that we have 4 unique opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't read lyrics.
Yeah, they bring all of it, and I just try to fit a bass part into what they already have, because I can't write anything, so I'm mainly just like sit on the floor and go, wow, this is cool. I think I'll do something now.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a break here and play one of your songs. In fact, I got Meadow Rave here. What's this song about?
I don't even know. I just thought Meadow Rave was a cool idea. So we kind of... I still don't know what that song is about.
Love.
It's about love.
Free
like,
spirit.
the beginning of the song, you feel like you're in a meadow, and then
Raving in a meadow.
yeah, and then like eventually you're in a rave. You
Take you
know?
on an adventure.
Yeah, it's one of those songs that's not supposed to have a meaning. You're supposed to have fun with it.
Yeah, it was originally a ballad. I called it the elevator song.
And then I changed the whole ballad aspect of it. Oops.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here we go. We're going to play Meadow Rave. This is Close for Repairs on the Local Brew Show.
Gonna tell you about a nightmare, or maybe it was a dream.
Alright, that was Close for Repairs with Meadow Rave. They just talked about that. Guys, care to comment on that a little bit?
Yeah, listening to that, I realized how way in over our heads we were recording that. We thought it was so cool. We just jumped right into the recording. Nope, I was wrong.
Oh my goodness. Well, I just really want to point out that we recorded that song ourselves, pretty much. We recorded that at AOR. We recorded it basically on an Apple Mac. We had some mic'd up amps and stuff, went straight to the computer, used Pro Tools or whatever. But it finally, I think with us, it's like one of those things, we finally got so sick of recording, we kind of settled for less, sort of deal. And, we're eventually going to, redo everything, quote this, as, we're going to redo everything professionally wise, where we, pay somebody, to record us, and then, mix it and all that and stuff. Because, it's fun to do it ourselves and stuff, but, we don't really have well, Tyler might be working on a degree in recording, so I don't really know. But we're not really, college grads of, recording and stuff. But writing that song, though, really, that actually got us out there right away, putting that song out. It kind of gave us our name out there. We even got a review online about it and stuff, which was really great. People loved the song and stuff, and, that's kind of our first kickoff. Then came, first 2 songs out of the bat, and, it was just like, wow, those are probably some of our best songs that we'd ever written, too. So, I don't really regret recording Meadow Rave ever, that song. I just kind of wish we would have put a little bit more time into it.
I think they're too hard on themselves. I honestly think it's a pretty good song, and people like it, and people aren't. I think when you're first starting out, a good measure of success is if people like it, and I mean, no one's told us it's a bad song, so I guess, to us it might not sound very good, but I think if you try too hard to make it perfect, then in the end there just might be too much going on, and I think it's good to have a raw sound sometimes.
Well, in your young band, there's always time to improve too.
Right.
As you go on further.
Yeah, we're not even a year old yet.
Oh, I know. Not even a year old, you already have music out too. Some bands aren't even there, so. Being a young band, like I just said, with just a handful of gigs under your belts, can you take me back to your first gig and tell us what that was like?
Yes.
This band?
Yeah.
Was that Brewskis?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my god.
it was rough. There was a lot of confusion, and
I was nervous.
this is confusion, and it was rough. I don't really remember the shows though. I just kind of play them, show up and play.
Well, what I remember is Tyler went to the wrong place the first
Oh,
day.
yeah.
the wrong Brewskis.
Wrong
That's the wrong
Brewskis.
Brewskis.
We forgot to specify. Tyler's the downtown Brewskis. Oh.
I do that every time. I was good at the wrong.
And we tried to make that show too cool, and it ended up falling flat on our face. At the point, I had a double neck guitar. I'm like, let's pull out the double neck. Ooh,
Yeah.
bad idea. Don't. Yeah.
Brewskis. I don't hardly remember that show. The only thing I remember is I was also playing with rabbits and I had to haul my cello around because we were doing Secrets by One Republic. So, yeah, that's what I remember.
I remember that show too well. Honestly, if you look at our Facebook photos, that pretty much tells the story by the looks on our faces. Seriously, we all look surprised, confused, and really out of place. That was our very first show, and we had really only been a band, little over a month and stuff, and, I was so comfortable in the throwbacks, I had written, together we had written 14 songs, and I was so comfortable playing them, I could move around, whatever. Here we are starting out fresh, got 4 or 5 new songs, we're doing right off the bat, and I was nervous as heck. I was, locked up and couldn't move around, and I was I did my back and forth sway thing when I'm nervous kind of deal, and I don't know, I think, playing a first show is always really hard because it's, brand new material, it's out of your comfort zone and stuff, and it's kind of just a child learning how to walk and stuff, it's gonna fall a few times, but then, eventually we started calling it that was a good show, around May, we'd be like, wow, that was a good show, let's make this next one better. So what we try to do every time is, make each show, better and better, and we're finally getting to the point where we're just like, wow, that show was great, let's just do that again, and so we've really progressed over a year, but that Brewski show, it was brutal, we're just on the floor, we had no stage, just, it's not even an official venue, I would call it and stuff. more like a restaurant where we had just like drums and amps set up in the middle, and everybody's just kind of staring at us with like Christmas lights above us in the basement. If you can picture that in your head.
Okay. Again, like I said, you're a young band, and Josh, you and I have talked about this. You mentioned it before, that since the band has consisted of members who are ages 15 to 18, am I correct? 15 to 18. You have a hard time being taken seriously. Do you care to touch on that, and how do you feel you can overcome that stigma?
Well, I remember it, not so much now, because I think, I don't know, I guess maybe people just know that we're not gonna listen to criticism or whatever, but at first they were like, oh, that was a pretty good show for kids, you know, and I'm like, for kids? Dude, I'm 15, but it's just, it kind of sucked to be treated like you were a little kid in a world full of grown-ups. I mean, we are, but we are willing to work hard enough to overcome that, and I think it's kind of starting to, people are starting to take us seriously.
I'm not even gonna lie, what was the question again? I kind of dazed out there for a second.
He and I talked about before how you get that sense the band is being taken seriously because of your age, and how do you feel you can overcome that stigma?
I think honestly a lot of people are surprised, you know. I'm like, guess what? Our singer's 15. They go, what? You gotta be kidding me. He sounds like he's 27. I go, nope. Two of the band members cannot drive. They go, you gotta be kidding me. You guys sound like you should be a lot older. So I mean, whereas Josh may hear negative criticism, I hear lots of positive criticism, you know, for how young we are. They're like, wow, you guys are so good being so young. You guys are gonna, you know, you have so many years to progress and stuff. You know, I've never really had anybody tell us that we had a bad show and stuff. You know, everybody says that Josh is a great singer, and I have to agree with them, you know. I'm not sure how he sings and practices singing. Do you even own a mic at home?
Yeah.
Oh, you do now?
I do, but not good.
Oh, well, regardless, he can still sing, and he doesn't even really, I don't know if you practice singing at home often, and he's amazing, you know.
Everyone sings in the shower, though.
Oh, well, I guess the shower works too.
No comment.
Yeah, acoustic in the shower.
No, I've actually never really heard one comment about us being bad. You know, I've heard us being put in the category, you know, you guys are a young band and stuff. You're pretty good, you know, like, you know, that's great and stuff. But now I think, you know, now that we're playing shows with all these bigger bands that have been playing for a few years and stuff, you know, people are starting to open up their eyes and like, wow, these guys are really serious about this band. You know, they're not going to do it for a year, quit after high school, so.
Well, I guess kind of being like the old man of the group, I kind of feel like I kind of take on the whole, wow, everyone in your band is so much younger, and it's just, I feel like, and I've kind of told them this, that we shouldn't really tell people how old we are, not be deceiving, not lie to people, but kind of like beat the question, because I don't think it should really matter how old we are, as long as we're making good music. I mean, who cares, you know? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't sound like we're a bunch of kids up there playing, and I think if we sound mature, then...
Well, honestly, I had heard you guys probably a couple months before you played the Phantasmagorathon, just recently, and I didn't even know how old you were until the Phantasmagorathon, so if that tells you anything right there.
That's the thing, that's just not really, because people are going to have their own opinions, and I think if we just go up there and play, and, because I mean, they don't really need a backstory, as long as they enjoy the music, then it doesn't matter.
Well, plus, I'm pretty sure you guys are all like taller than me, so you guys look pretty old. I probably look the youngest, sadly, and I'm like second oldest.
Okay. Well, on your Facebook, you list yourselves as an alternative hard rock band. Could you tell us a little about what kind of music each member of the band grew up listening to?
This could be a long.
Oh man, where do we begin? It's like, it's so funny when people are like, what kind of music are you? And I literally pause and I go, well, we're not really like anybody, you know. We kind of like this band, we kind of like that band, but I'm glad, you know, people try to put us up with bands and like, wow, you sound like that. And I go, not really, we don't really sound like anybody. It's the combination of all these different decades of rock and stuff that, you know, we pick and choose our favorites and we put it in our own, you know, music and stuff. So yeah, we're heavily influenced, but like not to the degree where we're like carbon copying like a different genre and stuff. So like you can hear like, well, for instance, Meadow, Rave, you know, you hear that song and you're like, well, okay, they sound like that. Well, then you hear Bruce, and that sounds like Soundgarden or something from the 90s. Then you hear, yeah, it's got slide guitar in it and stuff, and it's like, we really don't have just one sound.
I know your influences.
But, what influences me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm influenced by Led Zeppelin heavily. I take Jimmy Page, he's like probably my top influence. I also, you can hear, nobody likes to admit it in this band, I don't think, but you can hear a little bit of Rise Against in our few of our songs, you know, I kind of like that. I also, Foo Fighters are another big influence for me, and just kind of all around about more today and 90s stuff, and then skip over the 80s into the 70s, 60s, because Josh is pretty much 80s.
Poor Josh.
Poor Josh.
I don't know. The only reason I even played drums is because of John Bonham from Led Zeppelin. Just everything about what he did and just made drums cool, you know. And I mean, I don't know. I really listen to every kind of music from every decade. I don't really, unless it's pop music. I don't like pop music at all. Pop and country. But I mean, the Black Keys are good. They're one of my favorite bands.
Yeah. I'm really getting onto the Black Keys myself.
They're good. They're good. MGMT, obviously, I like how abstract they are. And yeah, I'm starting to get into 80s stuff now that Josh isn't looking at. Only because he'll name some obscure bands, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? Yeah, so.
Well, I really dig the soulful stylings of the Cranberries. No, I really like. I grew up on like Aerosmith and Alice Cooper. There's just something about Alice Cooper. I loved how he had the whole stage thing with the snakes and the guillotine. That was weird, but it was cool. And everybody gives me crap for this. I know I'm gonna get crap for saying this. I'm a huge Dokken fan. I don't care what anyone says. Don Dokken has a beautiful voice. I'll let the record show I am a Dokken fan. George Lynch shreds, man.
Oh yeah, he does.
To put it nicely, I'd say my taste in music is eclectic, but it's really just a bunch of random crap, just whatever sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just all over the place. It's like, I like the Black Keys. Like
You're not human if you don't like the Black Keys.
But, it's like the White Stripes and,
Make Makes White not so good.
bands like, or artists like Marina and the Diamonds and Regina Spektor. It's just all over the place. I can't name everything.
Okay.
Everything but Dokken.
What else do each of you guys like to do outside of music?
I'm gonna start again? Okay. What do I like to do outside of music? Well, I used to run cross country and track for the longest time in high school, but I actually kind of stopped doing those so I could, play music more. But yeah, I used to run for coaches that would yell at me, and I'd question why I do this every day, dying after running like 6 miles in the heat, and I was like, why do I show up every day? But also, ever since I was like 5 or 6, I actually kind of stopped this year, but I'd just been skateboarding pretty much my whole life and stuff. Really enjoyed that. I also love just to go outside and stuff, I have like a few acres or whatever. Love to ride like 4-wheelers or dirt bikes and stuff like that, all that fun stuff. And I'm not really a video gamer, except I'm addicted to like Roller Coaster Tycoon on Windows 1999. Some of the older stuff, and I have a PS2, and
It's kind of a throwback there.
I'll get addicted to like NCAA 2010 again, because I'm saving myself from my addiction to get a PS3, because I know if I'll get one, I'll get hooked onto that, and there might not be any more songs for CFR because I'll be too busy doing that.
I'm kind of boring. I really only, mess with music. I just really watch YouTube videos all day. That's all I do. Watch YouTube videos, music videos. Because I do go to school and I work almost full time. So when I get free time, I'm just on watching music videos, live performances, stuff like that.
Well, aside from music, I'm always hanging out with people, meeting new people, and I love going to concerts. I mean, oh my god, I just love doing that. I like meeting the bands too. That's always a thing with me. I don't know what it is, but I always just like meeting the musicians that I see on stage. So.
I'm really into art and drawing and just anything like that. I like reading. I'm a huge nerd, so I just do quiet things like reading, and listening to music, and as for like video games and stuff, I'm trying to work through all of the Legend of Zelda games right now. I don't play a lot of video games, but I really like those Zelda games.
Oh yeah, Legend of Zelda on the old Nintendo. That was one of my favorites right there. Alright, well, we're going to play another song here. This one's called Yeah.
Oh boy.
Want to tell us about that one?
It's really quiet.
I'm not sure what I want to say about it. This is another one. We were in the awkward phase of, oh, let's record as much music as we can and put out as much as we can, and it might not be good, but we're going to do it anyway. Bad idea. This is kind of where we are starting to get an idea of what we're doing, but this still, after this point, I think we really learned what we wanted to do music recording wise. So apparently people really like this one. I was never a fan of this song, to be honest. It's more of a live song. That's, yeah.
Every mistake I made in that song it just screams at me, and I have a hard time listening to it. That's kind of why I put the live version on Rave Nation, because you know when we play it live, it's just total night and day difference and stuff. When we recorded that song, didn't you guys start recording it without me?
Oh, that was a bad idea.
Yeah, I was gone for work one day. They started drums and vocals without me, and I came back and I was just lost. But, you know, I'm not going to say any mistakes that I made. I'm going to let you just enjoy it and stuff because you don't know any different. But I just really recommend our live stuff.
I guess coming from someone who really is trying to get into recording and stuff, there's a lot of stuff I would have done different if I was mixing it. It's really quiet. I don't know if we ever changed the recording from the original one. I did a remake, and I don't know. It just sounds bad to me. But, I mean, everything else musically sounds good, as usual. They do a good job on it, and I like playing it, and yeah, it's a fun song.
Alright, well here's Yeah, ClosedForRepairs on the Local Brew Show.
That's alright with me.
right, and that was Yeah from ClosedForRepairs. That was not a bad song, guys. You're kind of...
It's actually still probably my favorite song that we do, though, honestly.
Yeah.
That's one of the songs I wrote in 30 seconds and ended up being super cool.
Okay. Now, do any of you have a... excuse me. Do any of you have a bucket list of bands that you must work with or open for?
Oh man, they're all old dudes now. But Aerosmith soon, hopefully before they retire. I mean, 65. And I would love to write a song with Steven Tyler. That guy's a freaking genius. yeah. Good luck. I know. I can wish, can I?
I'd probably give up a kidney to go see Led Zeppelin play once if they get back together. Like, I'm absolutely kind of obsessed with them. I just want to meet Jimmy Page. That's all I want. Another band I'd love to play with again is a local Nebraskan band, is JV All-Stars. You know, they're not really our type of music, but I absolutely fell in love with them after Nick. He's actually one of the AOR instructors, in fact. And, you know, when I first started and stuff, I was like, oh, you're in a band, you know, it's kind of cool. I went to their concert, blown away. Bought all their albums, and I'm still hunting for more.
I don't know about collaborations, because collaborations are kind of cheesy. But, I mean, I mean, honestly, but I would love to open for the Black Keys just because they're cool guys, and, I don't know, just like their vibe is really cool. And, I don't know, I guess that's really...
As far as collaborations, though, I mean, they are kind of cheesy. I'd agree with you on that. You need something that's just kind of so out there that people are going to go, what the?
Right.
You know, like Kanye West and Alice Cooper.
Right.
Tim
McGraw.
Sad thing is, I would listen to that.
I would too.
Tim McGraw and Nelly.
Yeah.
Also the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, I'd have to say same. Black Keys, just...
But if we're talking local bands, I would love to do stuff with Pasty Jenny. I mean, holy crap.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus, I love those guys.
I just had him down here, a couple months ago, and
Really?
that was a good, that was a really good interview there, too. Oh. Alright, flash forward to some point in the future. If a young kid and wanted to get into music, what advice would you give them? I mean, say you're further along in your career and you're well established, what advice would you give to somebody who wants to start now?
Probably just go for it. I mean, that's the thing everyone says when they're asked this question, but I think that's really something you can do. That's what I was told to do. I didn't want to sing. I was like, what? I can't do this. But they kind of forced me to do it, and so I was just like, I'll deal with it for a while. But I actually start to like it. So you may not like it at first, but give it some time before you just give up on it. Don't give up on it.
As Josh was saying, don't give up, you know. It's like I said earlier, it took me 2 months to learn I'm supposed to tune a guitar, you know. And you gotta really just keep going at it and stuff. You just gotta come back for more and stuff. And ultimately what I'd say is you really just have to love it. You have to want to play music. You have to enjoy it. You have to want to practice, you know, because you want to, not because you have to for the band stuff. And when you write stuff, you know, you want to write stuff because, you know, like, not because you want to write a song that's going to make you popular or whatever. You want to write it because you want to listen to it yourself in your car and you want to be proud of it and stuff. Same goes with any music. You just want to have, you know, just, I guess ultimately just, you really need to enjoy it if you're going to play it.
The big thing with me was, like, when I was a little kid, like, I didn't feel cool playing music, and it was like, whatever, people made fun of me because I was, and I guess that made me, kind of turn me off to music, and I guess just don't ever let anyone make up your mind about what you want to do, and if you want to do something, whether it be music or whatever, just don't let other people tell you you can't do it, and just don't tunnel vision and just do your own thing, and if you really love it and enjoy it, it'll work out in the end.
And another good thing I was told was there will always be someone who likes the music you play. Just remember that. I was like, no one's gonna like this when I wrote some of the songs, but no matter, you can do anything and there will always be someone who likes it.
Yeah, my only advice would be, this is kind of a thing where I need to take my own advice, but, like, don't be shy, I guess, about what you do, because I am, like, cripplingly shy, and I feel like I could do a lot more if I wasn't, so, yeah.
Well, there's always time to get over that, too. So, it's just something you gotta work at, and from what I hear from you guys, I mean, listening to your music, and I've seen you live, I had that opportunity at the Phantasm Worthon. I can see you guys got that kind of hunger and that drive to keep going and keep improving and just generally make something of yourselves. So I could see that, and I could see a good future for you guys. Speaking of, where do you plan on taking Closed for Repairs? Is there an ultimate goal to all this?
Well, I wouldn't say the goal is fame, but I would say the goal is people having some small following of people that really, truly enjoy the music that we play. I mean, we have some people that like our music now, but we only have like 3 or 4 songs. We have so much more, and I want people to enjoy all of what we have to offer over the years. And yeah.
I'm going to college next year, and I'm having a really hard time reality checking that, like, you know, I really want to be in this band, you know, I want to make money off of it and stuff, you know, not just about the money, but I want it to be my job, you know. My dad, you know, always told me, he said, you know, do what you love and the money will follow and stuff. And, you know, I love playing music. I don't really honestly know if I want to do anything else. So, well, I would love to see ClosedForRepairs, you know, maybe not necessarily, you know, become famous, but, you know, be able to have it as my job and stuff, you know. I absolutely love playing music, you know. I want to do something with music later on and stuff. And the ClosedForRepairs, I guess, like, I don't set, like, you know, I set high expectations, but I don't, like, expect, like, to be famous. Like, I understand that, you know, it's a rare chance, but I would love it if that were to happen and stuff. So I guess that's my take on it.
I guess any musician that says they don't want to do it for their job is putting on a front, because if you love music and that's your job, you're going to be, you know, you're going to have fun with life. And I think the main thing, though, with our band is right now we're at a point that maybe we don't need money so much because we're with AOR and they're booking our shows for free and doing all this stuff, and money's not a top priority. And so right now I think we're just all just hanging out and making music that we think sounds good and having fun doing it. And I think that's the main goal at the moment, is just making some good music that sounds good.
Okay.
Good music that sounds good.
Good music that sounds good.
I'd say my goals for the band as a whole are pretty much in line with everyone else's. I guess my personal goal for what I want to do in the band is just get to be a better musician, because I mean I haven't been playing that long. I'd like to do more just musically.
Okay. And you guys got that common goal too, that to mature as a band, and I think you will have that opportunity to grow as a musician, and with all these guys helping you and each of you helping each other. So, got one more song I'm going to play here. This is what's this? Heartbreak for
Heartbreak Waiting to Happen.
Heartbreak Waiting to Happen.
I like
ClosedForRepairs.
I love this one.
Yeah.
What's the story here?
This is our first professional studio recording. I was up at like 3 in the morning one night, saw Plan C recording studio posted something. First person to like name their cousin's favorite candy bar gets a free song recorded, and I'm like, alright, I'll just do this. And so we ended up getting a song recorded because I was bored at 3 in the morning, and this is my favorite one.
Yeah, it's funny, you know, I was listening off a few of my influences and stuff, you know, and you would never guess, like, this one's not even an influence of mine. I was just, you know, I randomly borrowed the Def Leppard CD from the library, and I think you can really hear the influence in this song, because it's, yeah, I go to the library and rent CDs, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do if you want music, you know, I'm cheap, okay. But no, people say it sounds like Def Leppard, and it sounds very 80s, and you sworn Josh wrote this song, truthfully, but I came in with the music one day, and he immediately added lyrics to it, so.
Yeah, I think it sounds good. It's definitely an 80s influence, and it's pretty groovy.
Like, I heard the riff to this, and I was immediately like, oh my god, I love this. So I went out in the stairwell and wrote the lyrics to this in one sitting, and I love this song.
Interesting story there. That's what Steven Tyler did too.
Yeah,
one of his
with
songs.
Walk This Way.
Walk This Way. Yeah, he wrote it on the wall in the stairwell.
Copies.
Copyright infringement right
It's
there.
just because I used the same.
He's very influenced.
Yeah.
I'd have to say this is my favorite song that we have recorded, because it sounds nice.
Okay. There we go. Heartbreak for Waiting to Happen right here on the Local Brew Show.
You say that, but words mean nothing at all. I take the time to think about what we had and why you had to go and trash it all. I think about you when you walk away, wondering if there's something I can do. Life's a game of love and hate, but the players always lose. I'm all alone and I'm with you, so stop turning your back on me. Love hurts and I know that I will too if you don't stop turning your back on me. Our love is a heartache waiting to happen. You can tell by the sound of my voice it's real. That's filled with desperation inside it, so tell me how I make you feel. I'm all alone when I'm with you, so stop turning your back on me.
Alright, it's Heartbreak waiting to happen for Close to Repairs. That's the last of the 3 songs I'm going to play for you tonight, but we got a little more interview going on here. Let me turn the TV off here. There we go. Alright. Being a pretty new band, and this is the last question here. Being a pretty new band, you probably have had your share of embarrassing incidents on stage. You care to share any of those stories?
I'll let Alex start. I gotta think of a good one. I have too many.
Which time? Okay.
Oh, too many.
This wasn't a Close Repair show, but it was the first throwback show. We were at the zoo bar or whatever. I decided to do a little guitar kick, and I kicked out my chord. Right in the middle of the song, right when I was supposed to do a solo too. And so then here I am I'm looking like an idiot, trying to find out where to put it back in and stuff. And here I am, and I put it in the wrong slot, so there's still no sound out of it. So literally, like 2/3 of the song, I didn't play anything. Then there's also a time where I don't know. There's been some shows where like there's a really hot show one time, and like bugs were pretty much eating me outside, and it was really hot, and I was kind of cranky, and like I didn't play so well, I guess. Then there's one show where I guess, well, we were told the forecast was supposed to be like 50 something, right? But no, it was like an Earth Day show in front of the mayor, and that show ended up being like 32 degrees, it felt like, whatever. I had a sweatshirt on and shorts, and I was freezing. Oh my gosh, oh yeah, or the Nitro Burger show just a few weeks ago. We played, it was 27 degrees out, we're playing outside. I actually played one show, I played one song.
Well, I guess the big one with me is, I think it's maybe happened 1 or 2 times. There's a solo at the end of Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin, a drum solo, and I dropped my stick during it, and it was so weird. And then, there's been many drum malfunctions. I've had so much drum equipment break in the middle of shows.
It's ridiculous how much
foot
crap
pedals.
is
How do you do that?
I'm like definitely self-sufficient when it comes to like my drum set. Like I pay for literally everything. It's not cheap, so I don't have like backup gear, and so I'll play like a whole show without a bass pedal. It's ridiculous. I hate it.
I don't think really anything too embarrassing has happened to me on stage, but off stage, that's another story. But I'm not gonna go into that right now.
When you broke that string.
You're talking about all the
On
groupies
stage. On stage, not much has happened with Closed for Repairs except for we played at the Grove one day, and no one was there. Thankfully, there were like maybe 5 people in the audience, but it was a good show. But 2 songs in, my E string on the bass just snapped. I had no idea what happened, and I was like, it's still attached. I didn't think it snapped, but it did. And so I had to quickly everything 1 octave up, which was kind of nerve-wracking, but I think it worked. So
All 5 people really noticed?
all the 5 people there, I don't think they noticed anything.
Was this at the Phantasmagorathon?
No, No, this was another show at the Grove. There were literally 5 people in the audience and no one else. It was completely just.
2 of them were my parents.
It was all our parents and the comebacks who were playing with us, and that's it.
Well, you have fan bases and they kind of start small, but then they'll grow bigger.
Yeah, I broke strings on too. Dropping picks during guitar solos.
You throw them.
Well, that's another story. But God, I broke my G string in the middle. That's not. I'm gonna end that right here.
I just really like to say, kudos to Emma. She pulled that off right in the middle of a show to change up the octave. That's really hard to do, and she did it just instantly and stuff. Give it up for her to do that, because that's really hard to do. So I was pretty surprised. I've actually, surprisingly, me playing guitar, I've never broken a string on stage before. That's actually pretty surprising for me. I think I'm a little over it. There's been some shows where my equipment malfunctions, and I'll be really loud or I'll be super quiet and stuff, and here I am looking at the sound guy and I'm waving my hands what's wrong here, and he's looking at me no, it's your stuff. So then I'm I turn a knob here, and then it's really unequal. It's usually with the volume settings, that's a problem for me or whatever. Or sometimes I'm nervous, and I guess there's been a few times where we haven't covered a song in a while, and I literally just pause and I'm I forgot the solo, and I just kind of play chords or whatever and laugh it off. I usually laugh off every mistake that I make on the stage.
Hey, wait, go
ahead.
I think that's the most. And let the record show that G string thing. I was referring to the guitar. I do not wear.
Was that the dog?
Yeah, that was a good show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I had to borrow.
Oh, what? And then those kids stormed the stage. That was
and the
scary.
kids stormed the stage.
That was scary.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
Scary.
100 middle school students storming the stage.
I felt pretty awkward putting on makeup too.
Oh, and we put on
do
makeup. The crap I do for this band.
Yeah, middle school students. That was the first time I ever had to sign any autographs, though.
That was cool. I felt so cool.
It's they're little middle school students, but at the same time, there's this little kid can you sign my bookmark? It's yeah.
I felt like a rock. Yeah, I felt really cool when all those little. They're not little kids. They're not little kids. Okay, that was. I'm not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, probably shouldn't.
Hey, but those middle schoolers, those are our future fans, truthfully. They're going to be in high school soon, and, we're going to want people to come out to our shows in Lincoln, that's almost like our target audience, as crazy as it sounds. But, as Josh was saying, they all just came up to us, and it's oh my goodness, you guys are amazing, can we have your autograph? I never carry a Sharpie with me, because I never thought I'd ever sign one in my life, so some kid, he's you can borrow this, and, borrow this kid's Sharpie for, about 20 minutes and stuff, and then they kind of all found us and added us on Facebook and stuff, but hey, they liked our band's page, and that's a really good promotion. So,
and I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, it happens, but that's pretty much all I had for you guys. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this interview? Anything about upcoming gigs or anything like that?
We're playing this Saturday, 9 to 11 p.m. at Jasper's Bar and Grill.
Hey, talk about our show in January.
Oh, in January, January 19th, we're playing with Shot Down in Flames, and 3rd of July.
AC/DC cover band.
AC/DC cover band, Shot Down in Flames. January 19th at Dugan's.
Yes.
I'm not sure what
9 to 2.
time that is, though.
It's 9
to 2,
Yeah, and I've had them in the studio before, too. They're a really good band. They've also got a couple of side bands that they work with, Rest in Peace Tomorrow and, what's the name of the other one? Chronic Syndrome. They're kind of little side projects they go along with their cover band. So they're all very busy rockers and very professionals, and you're going to have fun with those guys, I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, we meet a lot of cool bands at these shows. They're just legitimately cool people. I mean, that's the thing about local musicians. They're not cocky like a lot of the big bands you'll meet. They're just really, some, but...
Yeah, but it's the bands that aren't that are really awesome.
Yeah.
Have you met the singer for Shot Down in Flames yet?
Not Shot Down in Flames, no.
Okay, his name is Troy. He calls himself Taz, and he'll live up to his name, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
he's a real funny guy.
We're all having a meeting in Oh, not like
I
that.
wasn't, but
You can come if you want.
okay. Well, I guess if we're gonna wrap this up, one thing I'd really like to just put out there is, you know, if you live in Lincoln, if you live in Nebraska, if you're going through Nebraska at all, just please come to one of our shows. That's all we ask, you know. I think one show is enough to make a difference whether you want to come see us or not again. And I haven't had one person, you know, ever say that we're not going to see you again. In fact, most people are like, when is your next show, you know? You guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic live, you know. You guys sound terrific. So it's really hard, even in high school, you know, lots of people, they're just like, I don't want to listen to your music and stuff because it's not rap. It's like, I kind of wish that I wish people would just really give us a chance, you know. It's like, Josh has really put me onto that, you know. Josh gives every band a chance and stuff, and you know, he ends up finding some of the coolest, you know, bands out there and stuff, and he's really pushed me to do the same thing. So I guess I just kind of ask of everybody, just one show, You can find us on Facebook, and you can find those shows.
Sorry.
I guess just mainly thank you to our fans, because honestly, like, it may seem like we don't notice you, but we definitely do, and we appreciate, you know, every like or every share, every time you guys share any of our music. Definitely appreciate it. And I guess we probably wouldn't be a band for very much longer if we didn't have you guys. So definitely thanks to the fans.
And I just want to say one more thing. I say this a lot, but not even just us. Just get out and support local music, because those are the bands of the future, if I can be cheesy for a minute. Those are really some of the best bands you can hear are local musicians.
The best bands are not out there yet.
Yeah, just bring some friends, go see a show. I found so many cool bands just doing that. Just stumble upon them.
And if you see a show, just go.
On that same note, you know, along with supporting local bands, support your local venues too.
Yes.
Because they're the ones that bring you the bands. And we've had so many venues close at recent, like The Point After and JJ's Bar and Grill. They both closed. Mary's Place. They've all been suffering from this recession, and they've tried with the local bands, but you know, it's all, you guys need to get out there to these venues and check them out and keep them in business, keep these bands out there on the scene, and it's like not only support local music but the venues too. So
I really want to add this. The whole age of how old you have to be to go to a show, that really kills us in Lincoln and stuff, you know. In Omaha, they have the bars separated, so, you know, underage can go in there, and they don't have to be any affiliation with the bar. They can still enjoy a band. But it seems like Lincoln's rather strict on all that, to the point where, you know, we want to invite all these people, but we're playing an 18 and up show or 21 and up, and it's really hard on us, because even those people that really want to come check out our music and stuff, you know, they can't. So I almost think Lincoln needs to, you know, change up its rules a little bit and make it so that we can have, you know, a wider range of ages to come hear us and stuff. And, you know, that will support downtown, you know, that will support all these venues, that will support local music, and that will ultimately just help out Lincoln, in my opinion.
And also, don't be afraid to, like, talk to us at shows and stuff. I mean,
We're really
that's...
nice.
But,
I don't talk to anybody.
Yeah, don't talk to Tyler.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we'll talk to you. Don't be intimidated or anything. Or just post on our Facebook wall.
In fact, we'll probably talk to you.
We'll probably... I've ended up talking to you before, so just...
We'll get off the stage.
If you see us, just talk to us. I don't care. It's totally cool. Totally.
Well, maybe if you talk to me, I'll be there.
it's all right though. A lot of people understand that. Now you're also on Reverb Nation too, right?
Yeah.
And you had some songs that were available for download. Are they still?
I think all of them. Everything's
free.
Reverb Nation. It's free. I hate that a lot of local bands make you guys
would support us and stuff. You know, we actually are going to be playing for roughly 2 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, and we're going to be the only band there. So if you really want to check us out, you know, that's the opportunity. I think it's cool, whatever.
Maybe a hug if you're feeling friendly.
Rock a try again.
Give rock a chance.
Granted, this is...
Conversation was saved for some other night. She took me places that were so sublime. That's more that I never leave aside. Her hurts were buried deep would've done anything for you. You know this love is true. I would've done anything for you, but you threw it all away. I would've done anything for you. You left me black and blue. Anything for you, but you threw it all away. You threw it all away. Would've given my life for you, baby.
Flat screen TV, and my friends watch me on TV. I got a flat screen TV.
Clairvoyant eyes of poltergeist. Let's play pretend, talk to the dead. Hey, Mr. Wife, kids got your eyes, and yeah, it's nice to have a friend. And sleepyhead, I hope you're wed. You're still blinking, you're not dead. I saw my head, I'm infrared and puking medicines. Cornstarch syrup, adrenaline, and insulin. Let's all binge on Ritalin. Home. Hey, what's the time? I guess that's fine. I'm not inspired, just fucking tired. My zodiac sign says I'm colorblind. I can read your mind and that you're a liar. And hey, guess what? I fucked it up. Am I insane or just a be my dirty doll face. You wanna be my, you wanna be my, you wanna be my dirty